Well, it's a Monday morning and we're going to work. We got to take the knackered mobile. The car's still gone. It's being worked on so they can destroy it. And you see the headlights fucked. It's just taped over and scuff scrapes. That the fog lights were when the car was actually decent. Scabby. But we got to see if it's going to fucking start. Because that's the other problem. Look at the cushions and shit, right? This is a 90 Cavalier. I hooked this thing up with power door locks. You can see the switch there, right there. And they actually work. See? So we'll just close that on my knee. And we're here. We'll wait for these cars to go. Let's give this bitch a shot, see if she'll start today. It did! Holy shit! Besides the squeaky belt, it don't sound bad, you know? That's the odd part, you know? Once it gets through all the bullshit and you get it started, I mean, you know, it seems to be running without a misfire until you go and actually step on the gas. So I gotta get in the car and then you'll see why this is a ladies' special vehicle. Because it's time I gotta go to work. So we'll get in here. In the rattle trap. I'll just stick it on the dash for a minute. I don't know if you can see that vibration. I'm sure you can hear it. But I don't think this car has any engine mounts anymore. This is at idle. Everything rattles and shit like that, right? So now the transmission is the next fun part, right? Step on the brake, okay? Why it revs up and then takes an hour, I don't know, but off we go. Fucking going to work in this piece of shit. Look at this speedometer. Isn't that awesome? Kind of keep the, I shouldn't really drive with the camera kind, but I'm doing that. You know, I gotta watch the cops. You don't want the cops around. And then this fucking light over here just vibrates like hell. There's nothing on this car that doesn't. So anyway, that's the deal. And we'll see. So I'm on my way to work now. Fucking steering on this thing has such a different turning radius than my car. I'm not used to it. Oh, look at that. Just watch that. How fast do you think you were going? Yeah. Isn't that awesome? So anyway, let me get going for now, and if something else interesting with the car happens, then we'll come back. Maybe when I go to get on the parkway, we'll see what happens, see if it wants to chug again. So take care for now. Sitting at a red light. I don't know if you can even hear me over the vibration. It might be clipping the mic. Once you go, it's like the vibration just clears up. There's like no engine mounts left. It's awesome. Yet no check engine light. Go figure, right? Okay, we're gonna be getting on the parkway. This has been troublesome for this vehicle. And we got a car, so we gotta wait. We got another car, so we gotta wait again. Otherwise I can't take chances with this thing. Yeah, see, that's what it does. We'll get there. here starting out in 5th gear. That's almost what it feels like, but it's obviously an engine runability problem. As soon as you give it too much go command, it says, nah, I don't want to do that kind of mold. So anyway, we're on the parkway now, and we're going to work, and that's about it for right this second. I'll try to do a little vlog. By the way, you like the wooden things up on the roof there to hold the liner up, the headliner? Isn't that nice? So anyway, we're just in the rattle trap going to work here, and let's see what try to do a daily vlog. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna. But anyway, yeah, we're going to work. I got some machines I got to finish up with. Somebody's data backup from their external hard drive. They broke the fucking USB port right out of it, so I had to crack her open and back the shit up. Some dick had a compact desktop, and he broke the, why? I don't know. He broke the VGA port out off his desktop. So he wanted me to put a video card in. So we said, okay, we'll put it in, but there's no guarantee it's going to work, because if the board is shorted out or something like that from the broken VGA connector, because it was onboard video, right? If that's shorted out, there's no guarantee. So anyway, so I put the card in, and lo and behold, the machine comes up. Great, okay. So anyway, it boots up, and I got to install the driver, so I pop the disc in, and it's giving me install shield script errors, and whatever the fuck it's called, and the Windows installer service isn't running, and it doesn't like that kind, and it's got Windows shitsta on it. So I called the dick up and I said, hey Dick, yeah, I got the video card in, it boots up, but everything else is kind of knackered, so now I gotta wipe out Windows and reinstall that, and if you want your data, I gotta back that up, and then, no, I'll just take it like that. I said, okay, you can't really do much with it. I mean, it boots up, but you can't install nothing or do anything. I'll figure it out. Then he comes in, he's like, okay, fix it. So that's that one. So in the middle of that, that's gonna be another day or two until that one's done with all the Windows updates and shit. What else we got going on? Somebody's laptop, they say won't charge, and the charger port, the jack on the laptop is loose. So yeah, it's loose, but it is charging indeed. And even when you wiggle the wire around and bend it in every fucking direction, it still stays charging. So I'm gonna tell them fuck off, live with it, because it's not gonna be worth fixing it, because they don't have any kind of warranty kind. And let's see, there's another one I gotta get a part number for a motherboard. There's another one there that I couldn't even power on because I don't have the adapter for it. So I was going to fart around with that. I think it needs a keyboard and maybe a hard drive. And what else do I have up there? Oh, somebody's laptop with a cracked screen. They said I don't want to fix it. It's too much monies. And that, you know, I'll tell you, I know this video is getting kind of long, but I did want to just mention, after being the guy on the other end of the phone when Tie Me Up and Rape Me Anally Auto called me and told me about my car, it's not fun. Because now, here I am calling this guy up saying, okay, it's going to be $768 to fix a broken screen and a knackered hard drive and your keyboard that your kid broke all the keys, whatever the fuck the problem was. And it's just not any fun to have to tell anybody that. They don't want to hear it either. So I was a little cautious about that. And one last thing, I had this HP I worked on yesterday, had a cracked screen. They do this all the time. Who does this? You know, your cell phone you carry on your person, but your laptop, like, what do you fucking, you walk with it everywhere you go and you fucking get the palsy and drop the shit? Like, what the fuck? I don't understand how so many people crack the screens on their laptop. But anyway, this was an HP, so normally a laptop is easy to change the screen. You got a couple of rubber bumpers on the screws on the bezel. You pull those out, pull the screws, pull the bezel, a couple screws to remove the LCD back cover, and then there's between 2 and 4 screws on the arms on the side. You take those out and of course disconnect the LVDS cable from the back of the screen. and that's the entire job basically, but not on an HP. On an HP, in order to get at the screws under those little rubber bumpers, they're completely inaccessible. So you have to close the machine, turn it upside down, take out all the perimeter screws, remove the battery, remove all the bottom covers, remove the keyboard screws, remove the keyboard bezel screws, disconnect the wireless antenna wires, and once you do that, then you can flip it back over and you can remove the keyboard bezel, remove the caps lock light from the keyboard area, remove the connector that it plugs into. I think might be for a webcam or microphone or some shit like that. So you remove that, and that connector always breaks. Disconnect the LVDS cable from the main board, and once you do that, then you got to unlace all the wireless wires from the other side and that side, because there's wireless wire there also. So you get rid of that, and then once you get rid of all that shit, then you can remove the 4 screws to take the actual screen off. Then you can get at those 2 rubber bumpers, which you then take off. You get the rubber bumpers off, you get those screws out, you open that up, then you have to remove the hinges, then you have to remove another screw, another 2 screws at the top to get the whole screen cradle out. Then the whole screen with its cradle comes out of the entire display, and we're getting off now. So once you get all that out, then you can disconnect the LVDS cable from the back of the screen and get rid of the screws on the side and actually replace the screen. So it's actually a fairly big job. And in as much as doing so, I have a great appreciation after watching some YouTube videos on how to replace a transmission in a similar car to mine. Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's a lot of money, but they're doing a lot of work. You're basically going to see the entire engine bay with nothing in it. Anyways, I'm going to go now because I'm going to be at work in a few minutes, and we'll see how dickered the day is, and we'll see if I can make a vlog on the way home. Sorry about the audio, but this is a rattle trap, and you're probably just hearing vibration in that, so I do apologize, but nothing I can do about that kind. So, beg my pardon. Okay, another day done. Let's see if this thing will start again. Okay, fuel pump ran. Who on the YouTubes remembers their Sesame Street? You remember Oscar the Grouch's Sloppy Jalopy back in the classic days of Sesame Street? Yeah, nice, right? She's running. Okay, awesome. Let's see how long this shit takes now. Oh, don't matter, because some guy just fucking pulled up. I gotta try reverse. Holy. Oh, it moves. Alright, we'll come back. Okay, so what happened today? Well, let's see. I finished up with that desktop. The data backup I spoke of earlier with the broken USB port. I didn't do anything with that today. We'll take care of that tomorrow morning. What else is going on? Oh, some bitch brought her laptop in a while ago, and she had, can you believe, a cracked screen? Well, anyway, she never called back, so she never had it repaired, and picked the bitch up, and now she brings it back, and she says it won't power on. Well, whoever this bitch is, or whoever she had serviced the machine, it was serviced illegitimately, and that means that they didn't do a good job with it, and they left screws out and lost shit. So here's what I found. You plug the charger in, no lights, nothing. Test the charger, charger's good. Okay, so we're dealing with either a bad DC in cable or a bad mainboard. Well, we're dealing with both, plus another part. How that works is this. Open it up, test the DC in cable, and that is bad. Okay, no big deal. And I remembered I had a spare somewhere, so I popped that in,
and I got the machine to power on. Oh, I forgot to mention also that while I was taking the machine apart to do this, they also broke the little locking plastic thing for the keyboard, and as such, they put a piece of electrical tape over it. God only knows if that shit even works, but that's not a valid fix, and that's not gonna fly. That's something you can do if it's your own machine and shit, but if it's under warranty and you fucked it up, nah. Anyway, like I said, she changed the screen herself and didn't put it back together right. First of all, the screen is glossy. That's supposed to be in the laptop. There's a matte finish screen in there. And when they put the bezel back on, the wire for the antenna for the wireless was not routed correctly, so the bezel doesn't snap on properly. Okay, and then the keyboard thing, and then the CMOS battery, the actual holder itself, had become unsoldered from the board, probably because they broke it. It's also missing some other screws elsewhere in the machine. So anyway, I put everything together. It's going to need a main board and a DC-in cable, and the price of that was $9 short of the threshold, so I would have to fix the machine. So suddenly I found that the power button was bad also, so that needs to be replaced too. That was 33 bucks, so that'll take us over the threshold, and everything should be all right with that. We'll see what happens tomorrow when I submit that. And I'm probably not going to take the camera anymore with this, so I don't even know if you'll ever hear the end of that. And I don't know what else. I got to think about it for a little bit, and I'll come. Oh, one other one. I had this Lenovo, and it wasn't booting up, no bootable device, and it was missing a control key on the keyboard. So, okay, it needs a hard drive, no big. And as far as the control key, well, I tried running some diagnostics on the machine, or running something. I forget what I was running actually to see what was going on. And I couldn't do anything with it because even though that control key was broken, the actual little rubber button thingy on there was still in decent enough shape, and it certainly wasn't shorted or stuck down or anything like that. Well, as it turns out, I just got to get over into the next lane, and there's no chance for me to do that here. Okay, sorry about that. So, like I said, there's nothing stuck on that, but we had a stuck control key, and that just dickered the whole fucking program over. So, anyway, that was that fun, and I'll come back a little later once I figure out what else is going on. One other one. I had a Dell laptop. Seemed to have a bad hard drive. The machine wouldn't boot, and when I checked the drive, the partitions were there, but they weren't assigned a file system. Like the partitions were there, but they weren't listed as NTFS or FAT32 or anything. And they weren't raw, so they were like something got fucked with the drive. So okay, it needs a hard drive. In addition to that, she's using an HP adapter, AC adapter, and the system reports you can't do that kind. This is a Dell, so you're gonna have to press F1 every time you turn the machine on or it reboots. And then it also couldn't tell the battery type, so could be a bad battery, or it could possibly be a mainboard. Well, anyway, she says okay to the hard drive, so I put that in, and I put the hard drive in, install Windows. It goes all the way through the installation, and then when it goes to reboot, it yells at me and says, you have the wrong adapter. I hit F1, it starts booting up, throws a blue screen of death. Stop 0x000007E. Some sort of, I don't like the hard drive SATA configuration kind of something, or I forget exactly what the actual problem description thingamajobber, what it actually means, but anyway, it has to do with that. So the next step is check the BIOS and see what the SATA controller is set to, and it was set to AHCI. Of course, this is going to be Greek to a lot of you, and other people are saying, Jay, you're a fucking moron. But that aside, so anyway, I said, okay, well, it's set to AHCI, which it should be, We'll try setting it to IDE mode just for shits and giggles. Same blue screen. So, you know, I should have actually reinstalled Windows at that point, but suddenly she has a bad main board. Yeah, SATA controller on the board is bad. Terribly sorry about that. Yeah, really shit. Oh, you don't want to fix it? Oh, quite all right. Okay. Yeah, and you don't have any data either. Oh, I didn't need it anyway. Okay, good for you. Yeah, so I'll buy another machine. All right, good for you. Anyway, so we're just chooching along, and we're going to be home in probably the next 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 minutes, somewhere in there. Probably about another 7 or 8 minutes we should be home. Probably not even. Nearly. Anyways, that's it for now, and take care, so keep on chooching in the free world. Yeah, that made a big difference. I decided to stop at the grocery store. How about a old start, warm start for a change? What's more fun is we are on a slight incline. I have the headlights on, and yeah, that really illuminates, doesn't it? and the wheels cocked over to the side, so we'll see how much fun that's going to bring. Okay, fuel pump ran. Oh, not even too bad. All right, let me go home. Okay, I'm home. Just about to shut it off. I just want you to see it's almost like Uncle Buck's car with the dieseling. It doesn't diesel really, but it shakes a lot. Oh, it's quiet. Holy. All right. So you can't see me because there's not enough light kind, but I'm home, so I'm going to go in and beg everybody's pardon. All right, take care.